Today we will be knowing what is RESTful services and what is SQL Developer Web, what is team development, and we will be installing an sample application. After that, if we have time, so I will be demonstrating creation of Oracle Cloud account. RESTful services. Yeah. So when there is any new workspace is created, so by default schema, this schema will not be registered with ORDS. So ORDS, it stands for Oracle REST Data Source or Services. So here, first we need to enable the schema for ORDS. Otherwise, we are not able to create any APIs, any modules. So first thing, we need to register for ORDS. Just click on the register schema with ORDS button. Then here, it will ask for some options. By default, it will select the schema name as schema alias. So if we want to change this one, we can change. But here I will going with the default one. Then here there is an option install sample services. So Oracle already has some sample databases, APIs. So if we enable this one, it will install. Then here there is an option to authorization required for metadata access. So if we enable this one, then if we want to access any APIs metadata, we need to have login first. So here I have selected sample services installation. So let me see what will happen. Click on save schema attributes. Yeah, our schema is successfully registered with ORDS. And here you can see status also enabled, some kind of dashboard here. So how many total modules, total privileges, total roles, and so on. And also here we can see published APIs and unpublished. And if the API we have not added any security, then here it will show the dashboard, secured APIs, unsecured. And if there is any partial security is applied, those kind of things it will show here. Then here, as I have selected install sample services, so it already created one sample module called oracle.example.hr. Under that, there is different kind of APIs are there. For example, if we see first one, employee info. Yeah. So the hierarchy is like this. So first module will be there. Under that, module name. Then under module name, we have template. Under template, we have different kind of handlers. For example, get method, put method, post method, delete method. So we can have for any template, we can have 4 type of handlers. Yeah. So I have selected the handler. Then here it will provide detail about that handler. Then what is the method and what is the source type, what is its format, output format, and pagination and source query. So simply, so we can able now if we copy paste this one in browser. Yeah. So whatever data is there in database employee table, it is automatically giving in JSON format. So this is the format. So let me make it better. Yeah. So when we use default query in the source, so it will automatically create in this format. So it will be having an items array. So here we don't have a customization option. If we use the normal SQL query in the source, so the response, it will be in like this only. So these are my employee table columns. And here the paginations, if we, this is about like how many responses in single fetch. For example, if we want to fetch all the data from this table, assume that we have 1 million, 10 lakh, or more than that records, and we want to fetch everything in one go, then we need to remove this number and we need to put 0 so that it will fetch everything. If I fetch, I want to fetch only 5 records per call, then pagination will be 5. Then one more thing here, while providing the SQL source for get method, so if we use semicolon, it will throw an error. Yeah. So basically, this is while providing source for the get method. If we are using a normal simple SQL query, so no need to provide any semicolons for the query. This is about simple get method and how what is the method and all. So here about other methods, post method and delete methods. So that I will be covering while explaining more about the APIs. Then here,
Vijay, just have one question. So, is this RESTful? This service is for only to get JSON from the SQL table, right?
yes. So here, yeah,
Okay, okay.
yeah.
So it is just converting Oracle database query to JSON
Yes,
based on the records. Okay, okay.
correct. Suppose there is a requirement we want to implement. Assume that using this database, we want to
Hmm.
develop some kind of mobile application, or we want to integrate the between third-party application, another application with this database. That in that case, we have an option to provide APIs for that system. So that we need to create APIs here, then that system will call our APIs and they will access the data. So for that purpose, this ORDS will be helpful, RESTful services. There is also another option. Suppose we want to consume from third-party APIs. For example, we want to access data from EBS or another ERP system. In that case,
Okay.
that is different method. So we will be covering that in future classes.
Okay.
Yeah. So here there is privileges options is there. We can create the privilege, we can create the role, and we can make the API secure. So currently you can see from browser, I'm directly able to call the API. There is no, it is public basically. So if we want to make it more secure and for that purpose, so these privileges and roles will be helpful. So that in detail, I will be covering when we are handling RESTful services topic. This is one thing. Then there is different options we have in the dashboard. Suppose we want to disable ORDS for this workspace. Then we can simply deregister. Then it will automatically clear everything and it will deregister with ORDS. Then suppose assume that we have changed anything here. We want to reset the sample APIs. Then this button is for that. Then also there is an option. So assume that we have created APIs, everything is ready in another workspace or another database. Then in that case, we can simply export the module and services. Here we can select the module wise also we can select, or we can select everything in one go. Then here we have option. Suppose we want to include privileges also, then we need to enable that. Then just click on export. So entire ORDS will be exported into .SQL format. Yeah. So it is created a PLSQL procedure for exporting. It is exported into PLSQL scripts. So now we can easily able to import this one into another workspace. So instead of redevelop, we can easily import. So here we need to click on import button. I will delete it again. I will delete this module and I will import. Yeah, currently there is no module. Yeah, once again it is imported successfully. Yeah, in the configuration again it is same thing. Whatever it is asked for, if we want to reconfigure once the ORDS is registered, then there is again an option we can reconfigure. So this is about the overview about the RESTful